The Mandela Effect and alternate realities where memory, mind, and mystery meet. Among the many phenomena that challenge the boundaries of human perception, one stands out as both curious and deeply philosophical: the Mandela Effect. At first glance, it may seem like a simple collective memory glitch, a small misstep of the human brain. But as we look deeper, it reveals a rich, thought-provoking mystery that touches on the nature of memory, shared consciousness, and even the structure of reality itself. Let us begin where this strange journey first took shape. Memories that never happened. It all started when people from different parts of the world recalled, in vivid detail, that Nelson Mandela, the former president of South Africa, had died in prison decades before his actual passing in 2013. Some even remembered watching his funeral on television as children. These memories weren't vague or fleeting, they were sharp and real, complete with emotional resonance. Yet, the truth was clear and verifiable: Mandela was released from prison, became president, and lived years afterward. This bizarre contradiction left people puzzled. How could so many people share the same false memory? And if it wasn't true, why did it feel so real? What is the Mandela Effect? The term Mandela Effect was coined to describe situations in which a large number of people remember something differently from how it actually occurred. These aren't minor slips of memory, they're deeply ingrained recollections shared by groups of unrelated individuals. For example, many people distinctly remember the Kit Kat logo having a dash between Kit and Kat. It never did. Others swear they heard Darth Vader say, "Luke, I am your father," in Star Wars, when the actual line is, "No, I am your father." When confronted with the facts, those affected by the Mandela Effect are often stunned. Their memory doesn't just disagree with reality, it feels more real than reality. So what's going on here? The flexibility of memory. Human memory is a beautiful, fragile, and profoundly complex phenomenon. Contrary to what we may assume, memory doesn't work like a video recorder. It doesn't store and play back events exactly as they happened. Instead, it reconstructs them, drawing from feelings, assumptions, cultural context, and associations. Every time we recall a memory, we essentially rebuild it. That means the memory can subtly change over time, especially when influenced by others or by suggestive information. In the case of the Mandela Effect, this reconstructive nature of memory seems to occur on a collective level. But it's not just about faulty recall. It raises deeper questions. What if our memories reflect more than just past events? What if they hint at something beyond the physical? Alternate realities and parallel worlds. One of the most fascinating and imaginative theories to explain the Mandela Effect involves the idea of parallel universes. According to this theory, our reality is just one of many, each with its own version of events, timelines, and outcomes. In some of these alternate realities, Nelson Mandela might have actually died in prison. The Kit Kat logo may have included a dash. Our consciousness, for reasons we may never fully understand, may occasionally shift or slide between these realities, carrying memories that no longer match the current world we inhabit. While this theory is speculative and leans more into metaphysics than hard science, it opens a portal into wonder and possibility. It invites us to imagine that reality may be more layered, dynamic, and interactive than we ever thought. From confusion to clarity. What if, instead of being disturbed by the Mandela Effect, we saw it as an opportunity? What if we viewed these anomalies not as signs of confusion, but as invitations to explore consciousness, memory, and perception on a deeper level? The Mandela Effect challenges us to redefine what we mean by real. It shows us that the human mind is not just a passive observer but an active creator. That reality might be experienced differently by different people, and that's not necessarily a flaw, but perhaps a feature of consciousness. In an age flooded with information and overstimulation, this phenomenon reminds us to pause, reflect, and look within. Why do we remember the things we do? How do we shape our inner worlds? Could reality be more fluid than we assume? Finding inspiration in uncertainty. One of the most powerful gifts of the Mandela Effect is that it invites us to embrace mystery. To lean into the unknown, rather than fear it. To consider that perhaps our understanding of time, memory, and existence is still evolving. This openness to wonder can be a deeply healing and empowering thing. It reminds us that we don't have to have all the answers to feel connected to something greater. That not knowing can be a path to deeper knowing. That the search itself, for meaning, for truth, for self, is sacred. Maybe, in questioning our memories, we begin to remember something even deeper: who we really are beyond facts and timelines. Final thoughts. Whether you see the Mandela Effect as a simple quirk of memory, or as a gateway to alternate dimensions, it holds a mirror up to the mysteries of the human mind. It invites us to explore not only the world outside, but the landscapes within. In a universe where reality and perception are forever intertwined, perhaps the most important thing is not what we remember, but why we remember. And what those memories are trying to tell us about the nature of being. Because in the end, the Mandela Effect isn't just about false memories, it's about waking up to the beautiful, complex, and awe-inspiring nature of consciousness itself.